Hello students, in the previous lecture, the pressure distribution in static fluids and its effect on surfaces exposed to the fluid was discussed. In this lecture, the flow of ideal fluid will be discussed. The main attempt to this lecture is to visualize flow fields. A flow fields is a region in which the flow is defined at all points at any instant of the time. The method of study of fluid flow. First is Lagrangian method of study of fluid flow. In the Lagrangian method, a single particle is followed over the flow field. The coordinate system following the particle. The flow description is particle based and not space based. A moving coordinate system has to be used. This is equivalent to the observer moving with the particle to study the flow of particle. This method is more involved mathematically, and the second Eulerian method of study of fluid flow. Eulerian methods of study of fluid flow. In the second method, Eulerian methods of study of fluid flow. In the Eulerian method, the description of flow is on fixed coordinate system based, and the description of velocity, acceleration, etc. are with reference to the location, and the time means v is the function of x, y, z and t, and not with the reference to the particles. Such an analysis provides a picture of various parameters at all locations in the flow field at different instant of time. This method provides an easier visualization of flow field and is popularly used in fluid flow studies. However, the final description of a given flow will be same by both the method. The basic scientific law used in analysis of fluid flow, these are law of conservation of mass, Newton's laws of motion, and third, law of conservation of energy, and final, the thermodynamics laws. The next is flow of ideal and real fluids. Flow of ideal and real fluids. Ideal fluid is non-viscous and incompressible. Shear force between the boundary surface and fluid or between the fluid layers is absent, and only pressure forces and body forces are controlling. Real fluids have viscosity and surface shear force are involved during the flow. However, the flow after a short distance from the surface is not affected by the viscous effect and approximates to ideal fluid flow. The result of ideal fluid flow analysis are found applicable in the study of flow of real fluids when viscosity values are small. The next is steady and unsteady flow. Steady and unsteady flow. In steady flow, the property values at location in the flow are constant and the values do not vary with time. The velocity or pressure at a point remains constant with time. These can be expressed as V equal to function of coordinates x, y, z. Suppose P, it is a function of x, y, z. Means T means only the function of coordinates. In steady flow, a picture of flow field recorded at different time will be identical. In the case of unsteady flow, the property vary with time are, this is for steady, and for unsteady V means velocity, it is the function of coordinates means x, y, z and time t. P is the function of x, y means coordinate and time. Means in steady flow it only depends on coordinates x, y, z. In unsteady flow V velocity, it is the function of coordinates and time. Similarly, pressure or other property, it also depends on coordinates and time t, where t is the time. Now, in unsteady flow, the appearance of flow field will vary with time and will be constant changing. In turbulent flow, the velocity at any point fluctuates around a mean value, but the mean value at a point over a period of time is constant. The next is compressible and incompressible. Compressible and incompressible flow. If the density of flowing fluid is the same at or all over the flow field at all times, then such flow is called incompressible flow. Flow of liquids can be considered as incompressible even if the density vary a little due to the temperature difference between the location. If the density vary with location, the flow is called compressible flow. Means in compressible flow, the density rho, it is constant, and in incompressible flow rho is not constant. Now next, laminar and turbulent flow. Laminar and turbulent flow. In the flow is smooth, and if the layers in the flow do not mix macroscopically, then the flow is called laminar flow. For example, dye injected at a point in laminar flow will travel along a continuous smooth line without generally mixing with the main body of the fluid. In laminar flow, layers will glide over each other without mixing. In turbulent flow, fluid layers mix macroscopically, and the velocity or temperature or masses concentrated at any point is found to vary with reference to the mean value over a time period. A dye injected into such a flow will not flow along a smooth line, but will mix with the main stream with a short distance. In laminar flow, means fluid particle move in layers. Means the path of this fluid particle move parallel, and in turbulent flow this is turbulent flow. The next is irrotational and rotational flow. Irrotational flow, IRR, irrotational flow. Irrotational flow may be described as the flow in which each element of the moving fluid suffers no net rotation from one instant to the next with respect to a given frame of reference. In flow along a curved path, fluid element will deform if axis of the element rotate equally towards or away from each other. Then the flow will be irrotational. This means that as long as the algebraic average rotation is 0, the flow is irrotational. The next is continuity equation. Continuity equation. The equation based on the principle of conservation of mass is called continuity equation. Consider this is the pipe. This is the pipe. Vary the area, and this is the fluid flow. It is flowing in this direction. Now consider a section 1-1. and this is section 2 mass flow means in continuity equation it is based on principle of conservation of mass is called continuity equation. Means mass flow rate remains constant and m mass flow rate at section 1 this is equal to density at section 1 rho 1 and cross sectional area at 1 is a1 and velocity at 1 is v1. This is the area, cross sectional area, and this is velocity. Similarly, the cross sectional area at 2 this is a2 and velocity v2. Here velocity at 1 is v1. Now mass flow rate at section 2 this is equal to rho 2 into a2 into v2. This is kg per second, mass flow per second. So continuity equation mass flow remains constant r mass flow rate at 1 equal to mass flow rate at section 2 r rho 1 a1 into v1 equal to rho 2 a2 v2. So this is the continuity equation. This is continuity equation. Now next is velocity and acceleration. Velocity and acceleration. Suppose this is x direction, this is x, this is y direction, this is z direction. Now consider this is the fluid of velocity v. Velocity v, it have three components, means velocity v this is equal to the component of velocity in x direction, this is u, in y direction v, and in z direction small w. This is the velocity of fluid particle, the component of v in x direction, this is u, in y direction v, and in z direction this is w, and u equal to component of velocity in x direction, u equal to dx by dt, and velocity v in y direction dy by dt, and in z direction w equal to dz by dt, or we can write v equal to dx by dt plus dy by dt j plus dz by dt k. This is the velocity of fluid particle. Now the acceleration of fluid particle A equal to AXI, acceleration in y direction AYJ, and in z direction AZ K, where AX acceleration in x direction, AX equal to, we can write du by dt. Now u is the function of coordinates and time t, then du by dt equal to, we can write del u by del x into dx by dt plus del u by del y into dy by dt plus del u by del z into dz by dt plus del u by del t. Now dx by dt dy by dt and dz by dt du by dt, dx by dt, this is u, dy by dt, this is v, dz by dt, this is w. Then ax equal to acceleration in x direction, we can write u del u by del x plus v del u by del y, w del u by del z plus del u by del t. So this is the acceleration in this is the acceleration in x direction. Similarly, in y direction, ay equal to dv by dt. Acceleration in y direction, dv by dt, this is equal to del v by del x dx by dt plus del v by del y dy by dt plus del v by del z dz by dt plus del v by del t. Similarly, this is equal to u, this is equal to v, and this is equal to w. Now it can be written as ay equal to, this is equal to u, then u del v by del x plus v del v by del y plus w del v by del z plus del v by del t. This is the acceleration in y direction. Now, in z direction, az equal to acceleration in z direction dw by equal to del w upon del x dx by dt plus del w by del y dy by dt plus del w by del z dz by dt plus del z by del w by del t. Now dx by dt is u, dy by dt is y, v, and dz by dt is w. Then this is equal to, this is u, then u del w by del x plus v del w by del y plus w del w by del z plus del w by del t. So this is the component of acceleration in z direction. Then the resultant acceleration a equal to axi plus ayz plus azk. For steady flow, del u by del t, this is equal to 0, del v by del t equal to 0, and del w by del t equal to 0. So these are the velocity and acceleration component. Okay. So acceleration A means in x direction and in y direction and in z direction. Now next is stream function, path line and streak line. The stream lines are a series of curves drawn tangent to the mean velocity vector of a number of particles in the flow. Since streamline are tangent to the velocity vector at every point in the flow field, there can be no flow across a streamline. Now, path line is the trace of the path of a single particle over a period of time. Path line shows the direction of velocity of particle at successive instant of time. In steady flow, path line and streamlines will be identical, and the streak lines provide an instantaneous picture of the particles which have passed through a given point line, the injection point of a dye in a flow. In steady flow, these lines will be also coincide with stream lines. Now next is stream function. Stream function, the notation is it is defined as the scalar function. Means stream function, it is defined as a scalar function of space and time such that its potential derivative with respect to any direction gives the velocity component at right angle to that direction. For two-dimensional flow, the velocity component can be calculated in Cartesian coordinate by u equal to, means in x direction this is equal to minus del psi by del y, and velocity component in y direction, means y direction velocity, this is equal to del psi by del x, where u and v are the velocity vector in x and y directions, and psi is the stream function. The next is velocity potential function. Velocity potential function. Velocity potential function phi. Velocity potential function is basically defined as a scalar function of space and time such that its negative derivative with respect to any direction will provide us the velocity of fluid particle in that direction. Means u equal to del phi by del x, v equal to minus del phi by del y, and w equal to minus del phi by del z. Now the next is continuity equation for flow. This is important. Continuity equation for flow in Cartesian coordinates. In Cartesian now consider an element of fluid particles. Consider this is the element this is the element this is x direction and this is y direction, this is x and this is z direction, and dimension of this element, this is delta x, this is delta y, and this is delta z. The mass flow entering from this phase, this is mx, and leaving from this surface, this is m x plus delta x. And similarly in y direction, mass flow entering from this phase is my, and leaving from this phase m y plus delta y, and in z direction mz, and leaving from this side mz plus delta z. By using the conservation of mass, by applying the law of conservation of mass, means the fluid entering from the surface mx plus my plus mz. These are the mass flow rate entering in the surface, and mx plus delta x plus my plus delta y plus mz plus delta z. This is the mass flow rate leaving from the all surfaces, and mx plus my plus mz the mass flow entering at all the surfaces, means at total 3 surfaces this is entering and leaving from. Now mass in and mass out, the difference which is equal to rate of change of mass of the element, which is equal to del m by del t, means mass in, mass out, mass flow rate in, mass flow rate out, the difference that is equal to rate of change of mass in the element. Now we can write by mathematics, by simple mathematics or partial derivative, mx plus delta x, we can write mx plus del by del x mx into delta x. Similarly, my plus delta y, this is equal to my plus del by del y my into delta y. Similarly, delta z, substituting these value in above equation, then mx plus my plus mz, this is mass flow rate, minus mx plus mx delta x minus my plus delta y my minus, this is minus, similarly mz plus and this is equal to rate of change of mass. Now cancel out mx my mz. Now remaining terms are minus del by del x mx delta x minus my delta y minus equal to del by del t m. Now mass flow entering on one side, we can write delta x plus del by del y my delta y plus del by del z mz plus del m by del t equal to 0. Now mx equal to, substituting in above equation, mass flow entering at one side phase, density into velocity in x direction into area delta y into delta z. This is this area, mass flow entering from this side, this is equal to rho into u into the area of this is equal to delta y into delta z. Similarly, in y direction, this is equal to rho into v into the area is delta x into delta z. Similarly, rho into w into delta x into delta y. And my equal to rho into v into delta x into delta z, and mz equal to rho into w into delta x into delta y, and mass of element which is equal to density into volume of element delta x into delta y into delta z. This is the mass of element. Now del by del x, mx equal to rho u delta y into delta z into delta x plus del by del y rho v into delta x into delta z into delta y plus del by del z rho w delta x into delta y delta z plus del by del t rho into delta x into delta y into delta z. Now cancel out, this is equal to 0. Now cancel out delta z, delta y and delta x, delta z, delta y. These are cancel out, means delta x, delta y and delta z, these cancel out. Now remaining terms, del by del x rho u plus delta by del y rho into v plus delta by delta z rho w plus del rho by del t equal to 0. So this is continuity equation in continuity equation in Cartesian coordinates. Now for steady flow del u by del t equal to del rho by del t equal to 0. So this is continuity equation in Cartesian coordinates. Okay.